weep, grana weep, and niddy-bong, and welcome back to my channel. And coming up today, we take a look at Ramen Toys Brave Star Arc. We also ask, why has X-Transbots put a filthy peg hole right there? We also have a look at how much love Newage are giving to this version of Powerglide, and Hasbro are all in on G2, and I absolutely love it. All this and much more coming up in the next couple of minutes.
And now the news. Don't touch that dial.
Kicking off today then with a company that we haven't spoke about in a while, and that is Ramen Toys. And yeah, Ramen Toy are currently working on their version of Mama Mask. So this is their Mankina, not Mankini, Mankina, and their version of Matt Tracker and his vehicle is looking like it's getting very close to being into final production. It does look really cool, moving seats, all kinds of stuff that the originals didn't have, and more articulation on the figure, so keep an eye out because I'll do a few more updates on that as we get closer and closer to that release. And they're also working on multiple projects at the moment, but one of the ones that caught my eye is this. They've started working on their Marshall Brave Star arc, so for you and I, this is 30, I think they're calling him Threezero. This was the robotic horse with the massive gun in Marshall Brave Star. Really cool. I love that Ramen Toys are kind of bringing all these back. They've also done some work with the Centurions, and I have a review of one of those figures on the channel if you want to check that out. Check in with Ramen Toys. They are pretty damn interesting company right now. The best cell shader in the business is back in 2023, and this is Lek Customs. And as you can see, currently, he has a Skywarp in pieces, fully cell shaded up. I can't wait to see the final results on this one. Absolutely love the work that Lek does. Go and give Lek some love over on Facebook and also here on YouTube. Links are down in the description for this. He deserves so much more attention than he gets. MPH Studios, the company that I keep challenging whether or not they exist or not, have shown off 5 figures in 5 boxes. Cool. Let me know if anybody actually is able to get hold of any of these. I know the pre-orders are up on Show Z, but they just keep showing off so much stuff. I just constantly think, is it real? Is this ever going to happen? Because there just seems to be a whole world of projects that they're working on, but Beachcomber now looks like it's getting close to being finished. The team over at Funbie Studios always like to do something a little bit clever when it gets to certain times of the year, and as we all know, Easter is just around the corner. And what does Easter mean? Eggs, and it means bunny. So you can get your hands now on a 3D printed cyber egg where you can put in Terracons, or you can put whatever you want inside of these little tiny eggs, which is pretty cool. And as always, as you can see right here, actually, you can scale these up or scale these down because they are 3D printed. Why not put a Quintus on in it? Put an egg in an egg in an egg in an egg. They also have a really cool line of mini ships, and this is the Dinosaur from Beastwars Neo. So this is a hot pink ship from Beastwars Neo. They have a whole range of these on their site where you can download everything from G1 to Beastwars Neo to Beast Wars to all kinds of things. So if you want to get yourself a whole collection of mini ships, head over to Funbie Studios, get yourself a 3D printer and print some of these off. Pretty damn cool. Next up, something a little bit interesting that appeared over on Weibo, and if anybody has any more information about this, let me know, because this looks like it's going to be a transforming roller. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think I've ever really seen a transforming roller before. That could be pretty cool. I'm hyped. It's been a while, but it's time to talk about Dr. Wu. Dr. Wu. So Dr. Wu is basically turning into a little bit of a new age these days, because they seem to release something and then release every single variant under the sun that they possibly could. And this Energy Dragon, which was their take on Trypicon, has been redesigned, recolored multiple times now, and now you get a hot pink translucent version. I don't know what this refers to. If anybody knows what this is in reference to, please let me know, because there's also a blue version. Again, I'm not quite sure what the reference is, but hey, it's translucent, and I know people out there just collect translucent figures for some reason. Nice. Thanks to the team over at ShowZ, we've been able to get a few pictures of the ex-Transbot's take on Streetwise. Now, for me, this doesn't actually look like a bad figure until you look at that chest and until you look at that screen. So, for some reason, and maybe it will come with a filler piece, I don't know, but they've decided to put a port in the middle of the screen. Look how ugly that is. I mean, I'm sure it must be a port for stability when it's in the full combiner mode, but oh good lord, that's ugly. That is one ugly looking windshield. That's a disappointment. I know some people have been collecting these. Let me know your thoughts on these one down in the comments. Looking at this has made me even more happy that I went with the MMC version, because I will admit I was super torn. But when I see things like that, I'm like, yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with the decision I've made. Very much so. We know that Newage's next release is going to be Michael, aka this is Powerglide, and I just want to share these new pictures that I've been able to find, because these are just showing how much literal love they are giving to this figure and how many callbacks there are to the original series. So you can see he gets the alien mask, and then if you lift up his little chest, then he's got a little heart in there, just like in some of the episodes from G1. All of the cool stuff that he comes with as well, a little gun, a stand. It's always so nice when you get a plane with a stand. So irritating when you don't. Hasbro, take note. Also, Newage are going to be releasing Michael, which is their take on Omega Supreme. And I did say, where there's one, there will be many, and there seems to be quite a few. These are going to be all the different versions that we're going to get of Michael. All of the repaints and maybe a slight remodel in one of them. Let me know. Does anybody read Chinese? Does anybody know how to translate all of these for me? Because that would be really helpful if I could know the names. Anybody fancy doing a bit of a translation channel? Translation channel? Challenge? Good lord, I need to translate myself. So now my teeth are back in. Yes, if anybody fancies doing a translation challenge down in the comments, please feel free to translate this list and stick it in the comments for me. Cheers, team. Staying with the world of Newage, and they showed off at TFCon their cool looking Frankenstein figure. What I didn't know at the time, and you can see that the dude separates into multiple pieces, and the reason for this is because he's gonna be, I believe, quote me if I'm wrong, the first New Age builder figure, which means that this fantastic looking figure is going to come with multiple figures that they release. So cool. I really hope then, if that's what they're going to do, because I haven't seen the figures that this is going to release with, I really hope that this is going to be something that they release where it's one with each kind of figure, not one figure with all of the repaints, and you have to buy a lot of different repaints to get these different pieces. But interesting to see which way they go. 5 separate releases or 5 releases of the same figure? Let me know down in the comments if you already know the answer, because I don't. Quick update as well on the Robensen Bumblebee that you can see right here. Looks cool, looks very G1, looks very nice, but thanks to all the people in the comments who checked something out for me and they said, nice but doesn't transform. Alright, pointless. Next, speaking of things that don't transform, this will be the Threezero MDLX Sideswipe. So this was also revealed at TFCon. Looks very nice as well, as all of the Threezero products do, but they are very, very pricey and don't transform. And as anybody that watches this channel knows, if it don't transform, it don't get in my collection. To coincide with Rise of the Beasts, Hasbro has shown us that they are doing a Jungle Mission 3-pack with an Airazor, Bumblebee, and also a Mirage. There's also another Jungle Mission with a Cheetor and also Nightbird and a Wheeljack figure in there as well. And then finally, they also showed us Trypicon, Scorponok, and Sandspear. So, cool. We're going to get 3 packs of these figures instead of them all being sold separately. Nice, but I have to say, out of each pack so far, I think there's only like maybe 1 figure that I'd be interested in there. So far, the Rise of the Beast figures, I have to say, are falling a little flat with me after initial excitement about the way that some of the figures were designed. I might wait to pick any of these up. Certainly wait until I've seen the movie. Walmart had their collector con this week as well, and they showed off a reissue of a G1 Hound. So we're all going to be able to get our hands on a G1 Hound with this super cool looking box art. I love the way that they've redone this box art, and they've also redone the kind of green on the figure as well. And yeah, if you ever missed out on a G1 figure and you want something that's got a little bit of an updated colorway and some beautiful box art, then I guess this is a perfect time for you to pick up a Hound at a fairly reasonable price. Time to get all 90s and hyper, because we're getting some hyper color luminous figures, starting off with an Optimus Prime Toxitron. Get this in my veins right now. This dude is absolutely stunning. I love Toxitron. I love the way that it always looks in all the figures. I have 3 versions of a Toxitron at the moment, and this may well be the 4th. Look at him. Isn't he gorgeous? Staying with the kind of G2 90s luminous vibe, we also have this version of Jazz. Now, apparently this was supposed to be released in the 90s, but it never got released or something, or there was a prototype image of it. Really cool, really nice, but look at those bloody pegs again. Just paint them silver. What's wrong with you? One figure where Hasbro definitely hasn't skimped on the paint is on Cloudcover. So Cloudcover looks absolutely phenomenal, especially with those back pieces with the yellow and black check on them and on the foot as well. This is a super cool looking piece, and definitely probably one of the most premiumly painted, one of the ones that we've seen in a while. Hasbro always seem to go all out on the cone heads, right? And then finally we have seen the box for what will be a massively fluorescent, I would guess, G2 style Grimlock. Yes, look at that bad boy. That looks like an absolutely phenomenal picture of a figure. Let's see what the figure looks like. We know it will be based around the Studio Series version, so don't expect any new remodeling. That's a fantastic figure, so let's just hope they get the colorway exactly right. They haven't failed so far, and I would say that Grimlock is one of the strongest figures that they've released in a while. So again, will I be adding this to my collection? Probably. This will be like the 3rd Grimlock I've got of this version. Probably. I'm a sucker for some Illuminous stuff. So that is everything from me on this Transformers Super Saturday. Just a quick heads up, you will not be receiving any information from me now for 7 days because I will be away for work. So my real job, not this job, is taking me back into Europe for a full week, which means that when I get back on Saturday, I'll have the opportunity to do this, but not before. Anyway, thank you very much for the support, and if you're new around here, think about giving me a like, a share, and a subscribe, and as always, I'll see you in my next video. Alright team, in a bit. Bye!